I had just finished watching this live between Mike Tyson and Gervonta Davis. To me personally, they are alike in many ways. Tank reminds me of Mike Tyson. And here's an opportunity for Tank that, for whatever reason, he did not seize the moment. Now, I'm not saying that opportunity won't come again, especially if he meet up with Mike Tyson and they sit down and break bread together. A lot of things could happen from that. And I've always said that it would be a great opportunity for Tank Davis to hook up with Mike Tyson to spar. And I know that Tyson is a heavyweight, but it would be a great experience for him to link up with Tyson and just kind of like pry Tyson for information. See, a lot of young dudes, man, and even the older cats, do not know how to put their pride aside. You know, they feel that they can't ask another man for advice. Now, I'm going to play that clip for you. But this was an opportunity for Tank Davis to question Tyson, ask him questions. And you could tell that Tyson was trying to open him up, you know, trying to get him to talk, to converse with him, to find out where his head is at. And then you can hear where he tried to offer some type of advice. And maybe it was ego. Maybe it was the fact that Tank Davis was so starstruck that he really didn't know what to say. Because I know he seemed like a quiet dude. But I'm sure that when he gets with his friends, he opens up. He don't mind talking to them. So I'm going to play this clip for you, man. And I just found this to be quite odd because, in my opinion, they are both alike when it comes to fighting styles. I remember when I was in the martial arts coming up. And if I ran into a dude, if I sparred a dude, or I ran into a dude that fought a different style than I fought, or he was good in certain areas, better than me, I'd watch him. I sit there and observe. I'll talk to him. I'll question him like, what style is that, man? And show me how to do this or show me how to do that. I didn't allow my ego to get in the way, man, to stop my progress. You know, I wanted to know that. If I saw a certain style I wanted to know, I'd get with that person and I'd talk to that person and try to bleed that person of information, right, to better myself. And I think that's what a lot of young fighters should do, man. And like Tyson was trying to tell him when Tank Davis said that he don't have no friends in boxing, Tyson was like, well, listen, you don't have to be friends to do business, basically, right? And that hinders a lot of black people, man. It's like you guys are like in the same trade or whatnot. You're both boxers or you're rappers and you feel that you can't work with each other. Right, but I'm going to play that clip for you guys. I want you guys to listen to this talk between Tyson and Tank Davis. Check this out, guys.
I'm good, man. Chilling before I go to... Huh?
I just came back from the gym.
Oh, you just came back from the gym?
Yeah.
How you doing? You great? How's camp going?
It's pretty awesome, man. It's pretty awesome. I just finished boxing 5 rounds.
Oh, yeah. That's great. When you fight? November 28th, right?
Yeah. And tell me about your fight. You fighting that guy,
Leon
Cruz.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while, hasn't he, in lower weight divisions?
Yeah, he's been around for longer than me, for sure.
Yeah, he's been around.
Yeah. Trying to make sure I train hard so I won't, slip up.
Well, listen, that's true too, but you have to know you got to beat Lomachenko. Come on, man, when you going to fight him?
Yeah, Lomachenko, he have a fight right now.
Who's he fighting?
Teofimo.
Oh, I know that guy, Lopez, right?
Yeah.
You fought him before?
Nah, I sparred him when he was younger. We both was younger. Taxed him up a little bit.
What do you think about Shakur Stevenson and Haney?
They both good young fighters.
You ever sparred with them before?
Yeah, I sparred with Shakur for my fight for my first title shot. I sparred with Shakur. I sparred with Devin too.
Y'all got spectacular guys in the division to fight. Y'all guys should be able to make a lot of money in 2 years, huh?
Yeah, hopefully. If we all, fight each other.
Y'all gotta make a pact to fight each other. Listen, know what about fighters? Fighters are friends. If you're a fighter friend, you help them make some money, right? Your guys should come up with some conclusion and don't let your managers, you can say that let's make a fight. And then that's when your lawyers come in.
Yeah, but none of my friends. I don't have friends in boxing.
I know, well, you don't have to have friends to negotiate a deal.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Two black men should be able to have a conversation about business and not be fighting with one another.
Yeah, you're right.
This is how we have to handle business now.
Yeah.
You have to be civilized.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Tell me about your fight. What's going on with your fight?
My fight is pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So since I posted I was fighting, I got like 2.5 billion hits.
Dang.
That's going to be pretty awesome. I'm going to really be interested in helping a lot of people with this charity exponent.
Yeah, that's great. Where y'all fighting at?
And I think it's Stapleton. I'm not sure. It's in Los Angeles somewhere.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. I'll definitely be there if I can.
Thank you. So tell me, bro, how do you feel about you, your life? How do you feel about you being you?
I feel great. Just I'm taking it day at a time. Staying strong, staying focused.
What's your big fight do you want?
Whoever out there, whoever the champ out there. No, I don't care about none of them.
When I was champ, I fought 15 when I was coming up, not when I was champ. When I was coming up, I fought 15 times in 1 year.
15 times?
Yeah.
Jesus. Dang. That's a lot of fights to be a professional.
Yeah. The record is 37 in 1 year.
37 in 1 year?
Yeah.
Dang. Who fought 37?
Harry Greb in the 20s.
Oh, you can't do that now.
Nah, that's no more.
Unless you're in Mexico fighting.
Yeah, if you go to Mexico, you could do it.
Yeah. That's crazy. People not strong enough to do that now.
Oh, they are. People are always strong enough. They're just what they believe they are. If you believe you're not. You whatever you believe, you're right.
Right.
You're self-conscious. So you have to believe the right shit.
Yeah. Yep. That's great. So what you got going on now?
It's the spoken word. I'm getting ready to go to my strength and conditioning right now. I left the boxing gym. But, the spoken word is real stuff, You can speak your life into existence.
Yeah.
Now, I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I shouldn't have the life I have now. I should OD. And now listen, 2.5 billion people want to see me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And listen, I come from being a champ and all that stuff, whatever I was doing in my life, rich guy, losing money, going to prison, coming back, making a lot of money, losing it, married, people losing all my marriage, losing my money, become a junkie. And now I'm back. What the fuck is this? What's going on? I had to submit. It's all about God, really. Greater power.
God favorites.
I don't know. I'm just very grateful. He must really favor the stupid. He must really favor.
I got it. But you've been through a lot. You overcame a lot, so you here.
Hey, that's just all I am. I'm just nothing's gonna ever stop me. I want to be up more than than anybody want me to be down, you know?
Yeah. That's a great way to think. That's a great way to have.
Adversity just make the strong strong and the weak weaker. You're aware of that stuff.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Really. If you wasn't from Baltimore, you wouldn't be the person you are right now. You wouldn't be.
Yeah.
If I wasn't from Brownsville, I would never in a million years be champ.
You're right.
You know the greatest. You ever heard Joe Gans? I've been to Baltimore to go see Joe Gans' grave. You ever hear of him?
Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah, I went to clean his grave one time.
What about Tupac?
Tupac is awesome. He was an awesome guy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, if he got mad at you, he was mad at you to the day he died.
Dang. That's crazy. He came to your fight before, right?
Yeah, listen, that was my man. He always hung out.
Yeah. They say he was a nice guy.
He came to see me when I was in prison. He used to come visit me.
Dang. I wish I would have met him.
Hey, he would have loved you, brother.
Yeah. Appreciate it. How the rest of your day going?
My day is awesome. I'm gonna get ready. Whenever I get off the phone with you, I'm gonna go to the Stenton Edition.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to hold you up, so maybe we can meet up in person again and chop it up over some food or something like that.
Okay, it'd be my pleasure, brother.
Yes, sir.
Good luck with your fight, brother.
Young people, seize the moment, man. Don't let your pride, don't let your ego get in the way. I'm not saying that's the case for Tank Davis. But listen, if opportunity presents itself, man, take it. If you run into an older cat, man, that's been great at one time, he's still great now. He just probably fell into hard times. And it's sad because you have people that will hold your downfall or the mistakes you make in life against you. And they feel they can't listen to you because you did this or you did that. So you're no longer great no more. You were great at one time, but you lost. This is a man that's got a well of information. Tyson's got a well of information. And you can tell that he want to share it. But I don't know of too many boxers, man, modern day boxers that will go to somebody like Tyson or Evander Holyfield and say, let's spar, let's work out together. Tyson, he knows his strength. He knows how much pressure to put on somebody like Tank Davis if he's sparring him. He know exactly what to do. He know how not to hurt that young man, right? He know that they're not in the same weight class. So there's nothing wrong with Tank saying like, let's spar together, let's work out together. Share your pointers with me. There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that does is make you better than what you are. If you guys listen, there was nothing but small talk when it come to Tank. And maybe he's a quiet dude in real life. I don't know. But forget about the small talk, man. You were before greatness. You got the opportunity to bleed him of information, of greatness. Tyson. You're talking to Mike Tyson. You both are boxers. You got things in common, right? And Tyson is a person that may be able to show you your weaknesses from his point of view. He may see things that you're not aware of, things that maybe Tank's coach or even Mayweather didn't see or can't see. Right? So when you get different eyes, man, giving you their opinions, and you can't take that personal, man. If he comes with constructive criticism, you don't allow your pride to get in the way, man. You take that and you learn from it. See, your enemies can make you stronger. Your so-called haters, your critics, they can make you stronger because you take that negative energy and you build off of it. If they see something that they feel they can hate on you, and then you allow that to take root inside you and harm you, then they defeat you. But if you take their critic or their criticism and you say, okay, all right, I may not like what that person says, but I'm going to take what that person says and I'm going to build off it. I'm going to try not to make that same mistake again. So then when you get in the ring, that weakness that they observed, you capitalize off it. And now you become greater, right? So there's nothing wrong, man, with fighters, man. And like I said, when I used to fight, when I was into the martial arts, I had no problem going to other martial artists, man. And trust me, I came up with some of the great ones, man. You know, so some that was in Black Belt magazine, you know, just champions, man. And when I saw them, I'm like, well, show me how to do this, or show me this, or show me that. And I learned from those guys. You take Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White did not become as good as he did overnight. As a matter of fact, Michael Jai White, we used to attend the same dojo. It's like a hood dojo, right? And they called it the Blue Room, you know. And right before I left and went into the military, he was one of the young dudes that used to come in, you know, and work out with us, you know. And he come in, and I remember my last practice night before I was going into the military, he walked in and he was standing next to the door, and practice was just about over. And he was just standing there, so I walked by him. I was like, "What's up, dude?" And he's like, "All right." But he was good even back then. See, that was his thing. He came up with it. So, and then when I came out the military, I remember one of my senseis, man, that, you know, he told me that they had a tournament here, and Michael Jai White was going to be there. And he was telling me, "You know Michael Jai White?" I said, "I don't know Michael Jai White." He said, "Yes, you do. You know who he is." Because I know, and let me back up a little bit. Whenever I used to see Michael Jai White on TV or in the movies, I used to always tell my family, I said, I know this dude. I said, I know his energy. I know his fighting style. And I said, I don't know where I know this dude from, but I know him. And they was like, "Oh, you don't know him. You don't know him." I said, "I'm telling you, I know this dude. I know his fighting style." You know, because the martial art that we were into was like spinning cobras, right? We call it spinning cobras karate, right? So he took on a lot of Frankie Mitchell's fighting style, you know, and he got bits and pieces of everybody. Michael Jai White do. So, you know, so I used to watch him on TV, and I'm like, I know this dude. I said, I can't figure out, my son's mom, I said, I can't figure out where I know this dude from. I know this dude fighting energy. I know his energy. And she's like, you don't know him. I said, I don't know if it's the military or what. I said, but I know this dude. And so one day, Sensei Brooks came in my store, and he was telling me about a tournament that was going to happen here. And he was like, yeah, Michael Jai White is going to be here. And I'm like, who? He said, Michael Jai White. I said, I don't know Michael Jai White. He said, yes, you do. I said, I don't know him. He said, remember back in the day, man, down at Dunbar Center, he used to come down. He said, they called it the Blue Room. And he used to come down and work out with us. I don't know Michael Jai White, man. I don't know who you're talking about. He said, you know him. He said, he plays in this movie Blood and Bones. And I'm like, I'm telling you, man, I don't know no Michael Jai White. He said, if you see him, you'll know him, right? So I went back in my store, got on the internet. I Googled his name. The movie came up, Blood and Bones, and I'm like, I knew this dude, man. I said, I knew him. And I had to call my son's mom and say, I told you I knew this dude. Now I know who he is. And he used to work out with us. Like back in the day, man, he was young, but he used to work out with us, man. And now when I come out the military, this dude is like in the movies now, right? But he was the kind of person, man, that we learn from different fighters, man. We visit different dojos and we hang out, man, and we watch each other's fighting styles, man, and we pick up, we ask questions, you know. And when you start learning bits and pieces of everybody's style, it only enhances you. It only makes you better at doing what you do, So then after I went into the military, then I got into boxing. I started boxing, for the military. So, but yeah, I've always been into contact fights, man, and was never ashamed to ask somebody that was better than me, or even just as good as me. And if they had something I can use, I'll try to get that from them, man. I'll talk to them. We kind of like, we work together, And I remember back in the day, man, we used to walk around with those kung fu slippers on. Sometimes we walk around in loose pants or maybe some gi pants, right? And we spar each other, man. It's like people that you don't even know that may know that you into the martial arts and may have an idea that you're into it. And they're like, yo, let's spar, man. Or if you happen to see somebody working out in the park and it's like, yo, let's spar, man. You want to go at it a couple rounds? Yeah. And then we spar. But we become friends, man. We learn from each other. And so when I sat and when I watched this live with Tyson and Tank Davis, man, that right there is a great opportunity for Tank. Tank can be the next Tyson. As a matter of fact, he can be better than Tyson because not only can he get knowledge and experience from Tyson, but he's got the Mayweathers in his corners. He got his own coach in his corner, And then plus, if you sit there and watch people's fights, man, and you picking up little bits and pieces from them, Tank could be a lot greater than Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? So I think it's a great thing, man. But listen, young fellas, man, listen. Seize the moment, seize the opportunity. Don't be afraid to ask questions, man. Ask advice. Don't be afraid to ask somebody else's opinion. And Tyson is his age for a reason. He's just about a senior now. And he's lived a long time. He's experienced a lot, man. So that's the kind of person that you'd want to listen to. Just this past week, I was talking to some young brothers, man, and I was telling them, like, listen, even a bum, a crackhead, an old fool on the street that kept making the same mistakes and bad choices, you can learn from an old fool. Because when you talk to some of these bums on the street, or what we perceive as bums, sometimes, man, them bums come out and start kicking knowledge to you, man, giving you sound advice, right? And because of the fact that we can't see beyond that person's current condition, we don't listen to them, right? We don't listen because we're looking like, well, how can you tell me and you're in the condition you're in now? You're out here begging, so why should I listen to you? Well, because he's got experience, right? See, he's trying to save you from making the same mistakes that he made. It's just like a lot of y'all got dads out there, man, that made bad choices and decisions. And because he made a bad choice and decision, you hold that against your fathers. And you feel you can't listen to your father, even when he try to give you sound advice or sound knowledge. That's a mistake. You should listen to him. So even when it comes to somebody that we may look at as an old fool, it's always good to listen. It's always good to take advice and learn to look beyond that person's current condition. If they've experienced something, if they have some jewels and some knowledge to share, let them share it. You take that and you run with it. And which you don't need, you just throw away from you. But never hinder yourself, man, from learning. So, feedback, tell me what you think, subscribe, click on the Cash App, donate to the channel. Until next time, I'm fearless.